Good morning, this is Peter from the Mindful Share Trader blog, and just doing the weekly roundup of a few of the charts that are of interest to most of the people who follow me, and things that are generally moving quite well out there at the moment. So we're going to start off first of all by looking at the S&P 500 chart, which is the chart I put a daily update on Facebook. So if you haven't seen that, like me on there and you'll see that every day. Now, I've been saying for a while that this run up here was looking weak. We were seeing a bit of a decrease in volume. We can see it down here as this kind of got higher and higher. There's some good push-ups through support here, and found some support here as well, and then pushed up to where this resistance level is, and basically ran out of steam. And we can see the narrowing of the spreads of the bars here, and then gradually it just rolled over. We had a bit of a 2-bar reversal in here. We can see it went up on this bar and then straight back down on this bar, which is quite a big sign of weakness. And then the prices just meandered down into this support area, broke through it, came back up into it to test it on an up thrust bar here, which would have been a great place to go short, and then bang, straight down. And at the moment is currently testing the top of this September high here and this level through here. Now, I dare say come Monday, with all the events that have happened around the world on the weekend, we're going to see this level probably broken. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pretty swift move down here, and a possible spring back up, because we are very oversold. We can see in this little channel here at the moment that the price has come right down outside of it, and we are in an oversold position. Normally when we see this, we see a bit of a rally back up, and we could find either support in here or move back down into this range here. I mean, there's very strong support here, and especially in this zone underneath here, which I normally color blue, but I haven't this time. So yeah, we've got quite a few levels of support there, and at the moment I'm looking at this as being a bit of a retracement of this big move up here. Normally we look for support around about the 50% line, which would be somewhere around here. So we'll see what pans out towards the beginning of next week. Now, if we have a look on the weekly chart again, as I said last week, the long-term uptrend is still intact. We have encountered resistance for quite a long time up here, which does look a bit ominous, so the price really needs to get up above that to prove the bullish case. If it keeps trying to come up to this level, especially on the next run up, if we get another push up here and we don't make it to the top of this level, I would be very wary of this possibly breaking down through here. I mean, anything's possible on the markets. I've said for a while now that I consider this just to be a correction. At the moment, it's still looking that way, but things can change. Now, if we look in closer on the weekly, we can see here that we've got this area up here of possible distribution, and then the price came back down out of it. We've got this high volume bar here, as I've said before, a bit of a test bar here, testing back into this area, and then they now push up. And we can see there that the volume was declining as it went up into this area here, into this resistance area. The spread's narrowing, closes well off the top of the bar, and then bang, this bar from last week has really taken out all the gains from the previous 3 weeks. So it's looking quite bearish there, and the RSI has just crossed under the 50% line again. So we'll have to see where that takes us in the longer term, and I'd say this next week coming will be quite a deciding week as to whether we think this is going to really come back down into this area here, or it's going to find support around here ready for another move up. So we'll be watching that closely. Okay, so we're going to go on now to the gold daily chart. Gold's been an interesting one. Still in this long-term downtrend. We've had a bit of a rally here over the last couple of months, but that over the last week has broken down through the bottom of this channel. We've had a concerted push down, and we're right back down here on this support level again, which is quite a strong support level. So we could see this going sideways along here for a bit to show us some accumulation going on. Still too early to say. I would say again, probably with what's happened overseas, we may see a bit of a rally on Monday as everybody piles into gold, which is traditionally a safe haven. So we'll see on that. On the weekly chart, again, you can see there there's no change to the trend. The trend is still firmly down. There is some support here and a bit of an argument for a double bottom, but it's just too early to tell. It really needs to break up through at least this midline, and to be bullish, it needs to break up out of this channel here. Okay, now this is the STW daily chart. Now the STW is an ETF of the Australian market. The reason I put this up is because I can't at the moment get any volume for my Australian charts on this particular program, so I'm using the STW, which reflects the action, just as well. And we can see here that we've had this downtrend channel on the daily. We had an oversold position here around about August, like most of the markets did, and we've had a rally up since. And then it's come back down here to test this demand line here, and we'll see if that's valid, because the big test again will be on Monday when the market's open. There's a lot of fear about will we break down through that, and we'll have to see. We've got support down below here, so we may come back down to test this support again. Yeah, so we'll just have to see what happens there with that one. We do have a potential kind of like a little kind of test kind of bar here where it's kind of dipped down, touched that, and closed up in the top of the bar, but there's nothing there to confirm that yet. And on the weekly chart, we can see that the uptrend is still intact on the weekly, but we're really, price-wise, we're hovering around on this demand line here. So whether there's accumulation going on here at the moment, I suspect there would be at least some, but we need to see a rally over the next few weeks away from this danger point here and to break this downtrend channel. Otherwise, we're going to head down further. But we are sitting, there's quite strong support through there at the moment, so I would look on that as being the market still waiting to move up. Okay, with the oil daily chart, we've had another breakdown with oil coming back down to the 44 support line. We've had the break of this wedge here, so the downside target for this is probably a bit further down yet. Normally with these kind of broken wedges, you would take this distance here and project it from where the break is, so it could come right down to wherever that is, from down to the $35 a barrel area. We'll have to see what happens when it comes down to support here. This is the downtrend line that was broken here. Maybe it'll come back down just to test that and then move up again. Again, too early to say with this one as well, but it's not looking very positive. It's just in a downtrend, as simple as that. We can see that on the longer term chart here, where the price has broken this really long term uptrend, has come back a couple of times now to test it and try and get back in there, and has failed and is now moving down. We have got a divergence here on the RSI with the price, so that's a fairly bullish thing. But again, we need to see this getting back up into this channel to argue for the bullish case with this. But there is a lot of volume down here, so there could be a lot of buying going on in here, and they're prepared to just leave the price to run sideways for a while there's accumulation going on. The STI daily chart, this is the Straits Times Index for everybody in Singapore. And on the daily chart here, we can see we've been hovering around in this support resistance zone for a while. And last week we broke down through it on increased volume. So I'm looking at this, I would say that the price is going to come back down into this area and retest these lows. But this is in a solid downtrend still. I mean, the fact that the price has failed to get back up even to resistance and nowhere near this broken trend line looks very bearish to me. And if we look on the weekly chart, we can see that a bit clearer. We've had this, and we have got a lot of volume coming in here. So again, they could be buying down in here, and it's just not ready to move up yet. So this could be our automatic rally here. If you've seen any of my videos on understanding a stock market correction or read the blog on it, you'll understand what an automatic rally is. That's this first rally that comes up, usually fails, and then we get price moving down back into here where more accumulation takes place, and the price won't move up until all the supply is exhausted, so I suspect there's still a fair bit of supply here. And again, like I said, we haven't broken this. There's a downtrend in place here that still hasn't been broken, and until it gets up above this resistance and back up into this channel, it's looking bearish. And that's all for this week. Okay, thanks for watching this video. If you want to learn more about understanding the structure of the markets, how to be more mindful in your trading, and get notifications of all my free content as it goes up, go to www.mindfulsharetrader.com and click on the big yellow button there. Like me on Facebook as well. I do a daily update of the US markets on there. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you'll find a whole heap of videos to help you with your trading. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.